Mega Heracross is literally the second strongest physical attacker the game has ever seen, with a super high base attack stat of 185, sitting slightly behind Mega Mewtwo X with a base attack stat of 190. This makes Mega Heracross stronger than Pokémon like Mega Rayquaza, Primal Groudon and Deoxys-Attack, despite these being super strong legendary Pokémon. So automatically you would think that a Pokémon with a 185 base attack stat and stab close combat would be broken, right? Well, in practice this turned out to not be the case. It's still a good Pokémon, don't get me wrong, but not the broken beast you might think it would be at first glance. So why is that? Well, Mega Heracross is very strong, it really lacks a good base speed stat, which is very important for an offensive Pokémon, as it allows it to outspeed other offensive Pokémon so that it can move first. This can be compensated if the Pokémon has great bulk to patch this up. An example of this would be Melmetal, which is strong and bulky but very slow. Don't get me wrong though, Mega Heracross has good bulk that allows it to take hits but not on the level like Melmetal. Aside from its lackluster speed stat, Mega Heracross suffers from a terrible offensive typing. The type combination of Fighting Bulk gets walled by 5 different typings, these being Flying, Fighting, Ghost, Poison and Fairy. That's not even taking into consideration typing combinations that Pokemon might have. This leaves it checked by common Pokemon like Toxapex, Tapu Fini, Clefable, Zapdos, Landorus, Tornadus and even more Pokemon. While Heracross does have the coverage to hit some of these Pokemon, it usually only runs Rock Blast as coverage to hit flying types, while using Close Combat and Pin Missile as stab moves and Swords Dance to further increase its massive attack stat. The reasoning is simple. Close Combat is its strongest stab move, Pin Missile is its strongest secondary stab move, and Rock Blast is the strongest coverage move. This is because of its ability Skill Link, which lets multi-hit moves always hit the maximum number of times, giving Pin Missile and Rock Blast a very high base power of 125, even surpassing Close Combat in that regard. With Rock Blast, it could obviously hit flying types like the aforementioned Zapdos and Tornadus for super effective damage, and still do significant damage to would-be walls like Clefable and Toxapex. Mega Heracross was very strong wall breaker and thrived on slower teams because of its slow speed stat. However, because of the low speed, Mega Heracross was very prediction reliant, as a faster Pokemon could switch in on a resisted move or predicted Swords Dance and force it out with a super effective move. On top of that, Mega Heracross is not a great Pokemon against hyper offensive teams where all the Pokemon are able to outspeed it, and its typing is not great offensively too, leaving it weak to common attacking types like Fairy, Flying and Fire, and making it easy to take advantage of by forcing it out. Luckily, its bulk did allow it to take neutral hits quite well. Overall, while Mega Heracross is a super strong Pokemon with a very high base attack stat and powerful stab moves plus coverage and Swords Dance to boost its power to an absurd level, the low speed stat and terrible offensive and defensive timing could make it tricky for Mega Heracross to put in work. That's why, although it might seem broken on paper, there are enough tools to deal with Mega Heracross in practice. That being said, Mega Heracross is still a great Pokemon and made it to the Overused tier in Gen 6, but did not manage to do so in Gen 7, ending up in the UUBL tier. Check out my video on why Greninja was the perfect competitive Pokemon and let me know your thoughts about Mega Heracross. Thank you for watching and see you next time.